Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a great weekend. We're going to go over the examples from last week first. If you have not done them or turned them in, um, you will have to do the problems that I give you after I go over these examples. So when we simplify, we want to use order of operations, and we use PEMDAS to guide us. So we start with parentheses. Here are some parentheses. 8 divided by 4 is 2. We bring everything else down. Then the next one is exponents. There are no exponents. Then we have multiplication or division. There is no multiplication or division. And then we have addition and subtraction. We do have that, and we're going to do those operations from left to right. So we start with the 7, and 7 plus 2 is equal to 9. We're going to simplify this one. We start with parentheses. 7 plus 4 is 11. We bring this 3 down. Notice how there's no symbol in between that 3 and that parentheses. So what that means is that we're going to multiply. So next we check to see if we have any exponents. There are no exponents. Then multiplication or division we do. We're multiplying 3 times 11. Remember, it's from left to right. And we get 33. And there's nothing else to do. Let's go on to example number 3. Simplify using PEMDAS. We start with parentheses, and we do have 2 sets of parentheses. This set where we do 20 minus 14, that gives us 6. And then 9 times 2, we get 18. We bring everything else down. Again, that 3 next to that parentheses or attached to it, that means multiplication. Bring down this plus sign. And then because there's nothing left or around that 18, we can simply bring, or we don't have to rewrite those parentheses. You can if you want. All right, so then we next check for exponents. There are no exponents. Then we move on to multiplication and division. We do that from left to right. We do have multiplication here, so 6 times 3 is equal to 18. There's no multiplication on the right side of that plus sign, so we're just going to bring that plus 18 down. Then we move on to the next step, addition and subtraction. And we do have addition, we do from left to right. And 18 plus 18 is 36. Example number 4. We start with PEMDAS to simplify. And first look for parentheses, and there are 2 sets of parentheses, which means I'm going to be writing PEMDAS again. Because inside the parentheses, we have to do the same process to simplify inside the parentheses. So we start with parentheses in here, and we do have some parentheses. 3 times 3 is 9. And there's no more parentheses in here, so I'm just going to bring down the rest of that expression. All right, so then now we have exponents. There are no exponents inside the parentheses. Multiplication or division, there are none. And then we go addition and subtraction. And remember, we do it from left to right. So in this case, we start with the 5. We subtract 9. And when we subtract 9, we get negative 4. I'm going to bring the rest of it down. And then again, there's still numbers in there. There's still addition and subtraction. So from here, we have negative 4 plus 7. And remember, when we have different signs, we always subtract. 7 minus 4 is 3. And we keep the sign of the larger number. The larger number is 7. So this 3 is going to be positive. And there's nothing on the outside of that parentheses that's attached to it. So we just bring down that 2 plus, bring down this 2 plus, and we don't need to put those parentheses around that 3. All right, so then now we're back to the first PEMDAS. Since we no longer have any parentheses, we check for exponents. There are no exponents outside the parentheses. Any multiplication or division, there is none. And then finally, we have addition and subtraction from left to right. So 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. All right, and our last example, we start with PEMDAS. To simplify, we start with our parentheses. And again, there are 2 sets of parentheses, so I'm going to rewrite PEMDAS for my inner parentheses. And inside this we do have parentheses, and inside that parentheses, 6 divided by 2 is 3. We bring everything else down. And like I said before, because there's nothing being multiplied in that outside of that parentheses, we can drop the parentheses for that 6 divided by 2. All right, we bring down that plus 4 and then times 3. So inside the parentheses, we check for exponents. There are none. Multiplication or division, there are none. Addition and subtraction, 3 plus 4 is 7. And I am going to bring this parentheses down because we're multiplying, and then we're going to multiply 3. So we're done with inside the parentheses. Now we're going to go back to our original PEMDAS. There are no exponents. There is multiplication and division. 7 times 3 is 21, and we no longer need the rest of it. All right, so if you did not complete your assignment from last week or did not like your grade, please complete the following problems for homework. And a link will be put on Google Classroom so you can submit your work.